Big Lance off the yard. As always, hit the subscribe, bang that like for us, man. Finally, we have success story interviews and none other than my very own brother, who has not only come home and been an exemplary example of how you should conduct yourself coming home out of the penitentiary, but has busted his ass, got his hands dirty, and is going to talk about, you know, what he did to help him along that way and what his process was. First and foremost, what's your name, brother?
Wayne Collier.
Okay. And how long did you do?
5 years.
5 years. And we're not gonna talk about as far as like prison tales, starting from the beginning of your new life, where you are now, how you've accomplished things. What was the main driving force? Like what was the motivating force behind you doing what you're doing now?
Not going back to what I was, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it crosses my mind every single day. Every day that I wake up, my past is right there, and that's what just keeps pushing me to just leave it. It'll never go away. It's always going to be there, but it needs to be there, because the second you get complacent is the second you start slipping.
Exactly. And that's something we talk about a lot on here, is complacency and how you have to be the same thing we say all the time: purpose, drive, and discipline. Once you start getting too comfortable, that's when your past will come right back up, bite you in your ass.
Yep.
So how did you begin, man? Like let's talk about how did you first and foremost, I'm sure you had a lot of court fines.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What does it take to get that shit paid off, man?
Well, the first thing I did in the beginning, I'm not even gonna lie, I fucked up when I got out, because I started at District 21 and I already knew what that was about. So I moved. I took myself out of the area that I got in trouble. I went to Prince William County. I stayed up there at my dad's place for a couple months. Things didn't work out with me and him at first. And I started out $10 an hour sweeping floors at a job that I used to make $15 an hour. So I had to start back lower than where I was, but it was a job.
Right.
Then from there, that job didn't work out because they didn't want to pay me anymore. So I went to another job. And over the course of 4 years, I went from $10 an hour to $21.50, which is where I'm at now.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years. So one thing we have to do, and it's something we talk about all the time on here, is we can't live off the precedence of instant gratification.
Nope.
The common denominator that this man just said was, I went to this job, that didn't work out, I went to this job. Earlier we talked about taking those penitentiary chances and, you know, having the fuck it attitude. And that's the biggest thing that I've seen with him. And, you know, when I came home, you know, being around him was the top motivator for me. Because when I first came home, I was in a motel. I was doing fuck shit.
Yep.
I wasn't in a good situation with a very, very toxic individual.
Yep.
And I saw his success. I saw the nice shit. I saw him busting his ass for it, though. So I said to myself, you know, monkey see, monkey do type of deal, you know. And okay, so as you're going along this process, homie, did you have any bumps along the way, man? Did you have any times where like you just wanted to give up?
Yeah. So I was doing good for only about 4 months, and then I was drinking heavy because I couldn't do nothing else. And then I went out one night with a toxic girl, a relationship I was in, and started drinking way too much and ended up getting ready to fight somebody. I got drug out the bar by six bouncers in Fairfax County, ended up hitting a tree instead of hitting the dude, broke my hand, and that's when shit actually went downhill because I didn't have no choice. I got back on pain pills. The pain pills led to other shit. Now, I pulled myself out of that, and it only went on for about 4 months. I fucked with dope one time. And right then and there, after that happened, I said, nope. I left the girl I was with. I moved. actually back to Stafford, put myself in an area where I didn't know anybody again, didn't mess with anybody anymore, got my shit straight, and then that's when I met my now wife.
Yeah.
And like I told you, you need that one key, and that one key is going to take you where you need to go.
Absolutely.
And my wife stood behind me, even though my past, which she's a straight and narrow.
Yeah.
She don't play that shit.
Don't play.
If it wasn't for her and for real you, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. I've got this car, I've got another nice truck, I've got a company vehicle, and I own my own business. But all that came from grinding in the dirt.
Yeah.
Starting out sweeping floors.
Starting out sweeping floors. And the one thing that you touched on that it just really struck me, bro. Yeah, you slip. We all gonna slip.
Yep.
And we talk about this all the time. It's 10% what happens to you, 90% how you deal with it, man. You cannot, when you slip, you can't fall.
Nope.
All right, there's a difference. You have to pick yourself back up. And we always say, don't fall back, fall forward, because you're just getting that much closer to your goal. You're gonna have issues, you're gonna have problems. But what did he say? I'm not gonna do this anymore. I will stay clean because I have the people around me, the structure. And the one good thing that him and I, we are, this is my best friend, this is my brother, this is, family, is we inspire. You have to have people around you that are gonna inspire you. Don't get it twisted. We've had our bumps. I've had issues with drinking myself since I've been home. Went to the very wedding that they're talking about and showed my ass and got dealt with.
My family still came with open arms.
Still embraced me, still loves me to this day.
Yep.
And it was mainly because of him, but also because these people knew that it was a slip. He knew it was a slip, and the people in your life are going to forgive you more if you're trying 110%. Yep. You can't sit there and just tap out every time something fucking bad happens to you, man. Yeah. Do you think this man in the last 4 or 5 years that he's been home, on his way to making that good money, on his way to having this business, has not encountered shit that could have stopped him? Of course.
Plenty of times.
Of course he has. But here he is today. I've just watched him move from an apartment to a beautiful home. I moved from a hotel to a beautiful home.
Yep.
This shit is possible. I never thought that I'd have my son back in my life. I never thought that I would have the things that I have a yard. No one's getting shot. Nobody is ODing in my backyard anymore.
No.
These are things that we worked for, though. This shit didn't just happen. It didn't just come.
Let me tell you this. All right, so while I was on vacation, that's another thing, I never thought I'd see the day of getting off probation. I've been on probation since 2005, okay? And I actually got my paperwork. Let's see, I left on Saturday. I got my paperwork that Monday.
Yep.
And I was actually out of the country for 8 days on beautiful islands, beaches. I mean, something I never would imagine ever happened. Shit you see on commercials and you're like, I'll never see that shit. Well, my wife made sure that I would see it. And if it wasn't for her, I would have never seen it. She was my key. And every single day I wake up, it crosses my mind that I want to go and have fun, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
But then so does my life. It flashes in front of me, and I'm not going to lose that to some dumb shit that's only going to last a couple hours. A couple hours or your life. And everything you've worked so hard for.
The other day, he called me, and this is a prime example of how fast you can lose everything and how vigilant you have to be, especially if you're on papers. He calls me, says, bro, I almost lost everything. I almost lost my shit. Had a customer here, and this customer was rude, very, very aggressive, abrasive, and,
Ain't even pay me.
And didn't even pay the man. And these people don't understand. These regular fools out here in the world do not understand what some of us are really capable of.
Right?
Don't know how fast
shit can go
south, and all of a sudden their life is either ended or they have a real bad day. Our life, a lot of lives can end with a bad decision.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we need to specify, the one thing that we need to have the fortitude to conquer is that aggressiveness, is those split decisions that we make that can fuck shit up.
Yep.
Okay, so just wanted to point that out. It's not always about just the drug use. It's about your everyday life. It's about somebody bumping into you at the gas station.
Yep.
It's about somebody cutting you off driving.
Yep.
It's
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's anything.
It's about a dude looking at your girl the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
It's
keep
a-
my girl in the house. But all bullshit aside, man, I've really been trying to get this. This is an exciting day for me because this has been a long time coming, because he is one of the most big success stories that I've seen. He's an inspiration to me in my life, and I talk about it over and over on this channel. If you don't have people in your life that are inspiring you to do better, get rid of them, because
Yep. Yep.
they're just there. They're just there, man. And
They're there to hate.
Yeah.
They see you doing good, so they want to drag you down. How many times, motherfucker, know you getting ready to go home and try to slip you up real
oh
quick?
yeah, trip your time up.
Yep.
I mean, it's, you know, people don't want to see you do well.
No.
Because if they keep you down where they're at, then they have company.
Yep.
And then they don't feel so shitty about themselves, man. So, you know,
Misery loves company.
they do. But you know what else? Success loves success, man.
Absolutely.
And I love you, brother. I appreciate
Yeah.
everything. And I appreciate you doing this with us. You guys, there's gonna hopefully be a part 2 of this. We want
Absolutely.
to, you know, get more of the story out. But I want to introduce you to this is family to me. I told you I was gonna start having some of the individuals that I associate with out here in the world, because you need to see that I walk it like I talk it. He walks it like he talks it. You know, this is a family. You have to have people to have your back, okay? And you got to have theirs. Like I said before, play your part.
Yep.
Don't just take.
No.
If they need, you got to be able to be there for them as well, man. Don't be greedy with your newfound progression in life. Don't be greedy with that shit. Pay that shit forward, man. Help that old lady across the street.
Absolutely.
You know, if your buddy calls you in the middle of the night just to talk, don't fucking hit ignore. Be there, because they
Nope.
be there for you, man.
Anytime you hit me up, if I see it, I don't care what time it is, I call you. What's up?
Yeah.
No text. What's up?
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is, it's going to be hard. You're going to want to give up. But I promise anybody out there that is trying to get all this behind them, when you get it behind you, you're not even going to realize what the feeling is. I couldn't even explain it. You were the first person I called when I got my paperwork.
So happy. He was like, bro! But look, this man works a full, when he talks about getting your hands dirty, he talks about the work. This man works a full-time job.
Yep.
And then has a business on the side. So the man goes to work at 5, 6 in the morning, don't get home sometimes till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
1, 2,
Yeah.
and turn around, get right back up at 5, and go right back to
So
work.
when you're sitting there and the bitch is coming up in you, that little bitch
Yep.
is coming in you,
Yeah.
you need to push that bitch back down. Let him sit on the couch for a while.
Yep. Put him in his place.
And you know, don't be soft about it. You know, fight for your life. This is your life. Own it. It's your
Yep.
future. Own it. As always, man, Big Lance off the yard. My brother Wayne, actually, I'm trying to talk him in to starting a channel of his own about
Yeah.
automotive repairs and things like that. This dude is a genius. Anybody that's local in Virginia, holler at this man, dude. This dude has come and fixed my cars for me. It never had a problem. I mean, the dude is amazing.
Look us up, Wayne's Mobile Mechanic and Auto Detailing. We'll take care of you. We come right to you wherever the car is at.
Absolutely, man. And you are supporting an individual who is doing the right thing, and an individual who his motives are genuine. He has purpose. He has the drive. He has the discipline. What else can we say, man? Y'all have a good afternoon, and we'll see you in the morning.